I'm from Red Lake Nation. We're in northern Minnesota. We're the Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians. We're one of 2 closed nations within the United States. We have true sovereignty, so we have approximately 900 and some thousand acres. We're rich in resources, natural resources. We have our water, we have our woods, we have our walleyes. So it's really important to us, this land base. We are Obimandwa Gadanawe Manidug, which means uplifting all our relatives. Formerly, we were Family and Children's Services. We're pivoting to a new era. So we really are changing the face of child welfare, focusing on preservation, because we know that child welfare is a lot about poverty and systematic issues. We do have an intergenerational practice model, which we do live by also, because we are dealing with people that don't have nothing. So how do we then empower our families, give them the tools, connect them to service so they can be thriving too, just like us? So we created this system, this intergenerational system, but most of the time it's just giving that little extra hand to that family. And I like to say, giving them hope in that moment of time when they're going through the situations they may be going through.
Anin Mishkwa Nakwadi Indigenous Gawa Babi Ganakag de Dichiba Mang Nindu Dame. I am from the White Earth Nation and have had the honor to work with Red Lake for the past 6 years. I do want to point out in 2015, she had 22 staff, and today we have over 170 staff. So when we think about the need for workforce development, we have just grown in light speeds, and because we figure out how to meet the needs of the family that are right in front of us. And so that meant really wrapping the families around with services that can support them. Our practice model was created in a way that reflected our Anishinaabe worldview. And so we have an expectation of our staff to be respectful, to have humility, to understand that the family's the expert, they're not the expert. And we often uplift those from community that have the community connection, the community and cultural knowledge to be the voice. So being able to understand within that tribal system, the wisdom is within the community and it's not with the degree. Really making sure that we are training our workforce first. They need this foundation. Our way of understanding families within Indian country was much different than the way our social workers are trained. And so being able to put confidence back into our family systems, back into our community is so important.
Culture is at the forefront. So when you look at our Anishinaabe values, some of our teaching, some of our ideologies, we pick our parents from the star world. And sometimes our parents just need a little extra help. And so we've changed even simple things. So our terminology changed. So instead of clients, they're relatives, no matter if they're your relatives or not. Instead of investigators, they're response workers because they're going out to response. Instead of child protection workers, they're reunification workers. So it's a placebo set in the staff's minds of a new way of doing it and thinking about it. And that's what we did first, when we were going through the practice model and stuff. So they took a little while, but they bought into it. So when you hear our staff talk, they'll talk about this relative or that relative or, this reunification worker. So then it's out in the community too. So right away when they meet the family, I'm your reunification worker.
If we're setting the intention by the language or the terminology, I think it makes a big difference. And we try to use our Anishinaabe language as much as possible too, because just the description of the way that our language is sets intention. And, our goal really is to be intergenerational and healing centered. It's our goal within the workforce development, and that's all based on our Anishinaabe practice model.